Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to the KVJ Friday After the Show Podcast. Made it to the weekend. Good stuff going to be going down here. Pretty excited about.
There's an energy going on with this weekend here.
Yeah.
Big D, Sweet Denny's, the Peace Train says he wants to go out and get some drinks tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's all going down, huh?
Because he's all about the green, not so much about the liquor. And he doesn't. When he drinks, we have a very good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a party cheerleader.
Yes, he's good to have in the mix when you're out having some fun.
Okay, that's all going down. You finally get to the track. That is going to be happening as Virginia will be out there leading the crusade starting at 3 p.m.
So do they do that thing out there at the track? Because I keep seeing videos where people are bringing their own dogs and they're racing against their own dogs?
Not this time.
Okay.
They did do that, and they will do that again, I hope. But this is going to be so crazy and so nutty. I don't think tomorrow you can bring your own dog out there.
Okay.
I read all the copy points. They ain't said nothing about no dog derby.
I'm just over here fucking things up.
But that was a good thing they did. You know, when they outlawed the greyhound racing, I guess the Palm Beach Kennel Club people all got in a room and said, okay, no idea is stupid. Give us all your crazy ideas. Let's do them and see if we can have some fun out here and keep people interested in what we have to offer. And people bringing out their own dogs, which they called it the Mutt Derby. That's a great idea.
Yeah, we know the people personally at the Kennel Club. They're very nice, fun people.
They are, and they're just trying to float and stay alive, you know?
Yeah.
On top of a pandemic, they had the greyhound racing outlawed.
Yeah.
So
they
have it stacked against them, and you got to give them credit for creativity.
It's like Outback Steakhouse. Well, you guys can't serve steak, but just figure it out.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these places have had to do that. What's happening with the new gambling laws, sports gambling, maybe they can really refab and do different stuff. But you remember Magic City Casino in Miami, they really had to go to a lot of live shows and use their grandstand that used to be for racing out there for other things. And I even saw that they might be shutting down the harness racing in Pompano Park. So the Isle Casino right there. So
The harness racing.
yeah, that is where you got a horse and then behind is a jockey that's kind of riding on a little cart behind the horse.
Is it because of animal rights stuff?
I'm not sure
It's
why
just
they
a different
do
kind of
it.
racing.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the same. They had one of those where I was growing up in Columbus, and it just was like, okay, what are we doing here? But that's what it is. So yeah, they're riding a little cart behind the horse, and I don't know.
Did the horses like it?
I don't know. And all that stuff's kind of going down. But the Kentucky Derby's the big thing happening this weekend. And are you putting money down on that horse called Soup and Sandwich?
I wrote down the 3. I'm
Okay.
going to do like a little Quinella kind of a thing.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a couple. I'm going to be betting.
You liked Hot Rod Charlie.
I got Hot Rod Charlie. I got Soup and Sandwich, and then Midnight Bourbon. Those are the 3 I got.
You're not going Hidden Stash?
There's a hidden stash?
Yeah.
Did you say that earlier today?
Yeah, 50-1 odds.
Oh, yeah, that's what made me kind of, I'm like, eh.
Okay.
I like Hot Rod Charlie.
Apparently the horse is stoned and doesn't gallop fast.
When we would go to the track back in the day, we would always pick if the dog would poop really big, or if, depending on what guy or girl bringing out the dog, looked like they had just a little pep in their step. Like, that guy looks like he wants this dog to win. We're voting on those fuckers.
Yeah, we used to do that. If you saw like a dog taking a dump on the way out, then it'd be like, oh, go put money on that dog. Hurry up, because it's light and ready to go.
I know when I take a big dump, I love to run after.
Yeah.
You like to
we all
hop
bet on you.
fences?
Look out, Virginia just crapped. She's going to be faster than ever.
Pew, 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 pew.
That would scare me. A very poop-free, sober, energized Virginia. Oh my gosh! While she starts to drink, look out.
So that's going to be going on tomorrow, and we kind of ran down all the other events going to be happening for this weekend. Next weekend's going to be crazy. South Florida Full Fair. That is kicking off.
Are we going
next
out there
week.
to do some fun stuff?
Yeah, we do. We got just got to figure out exactly when we're going to do it. We're going to be checking out the food and maybe riding some of the coasters, having some fun out there.
Oh,
So
hot
that's-
Wisconsin cheese. I'm coming for you.
That's next Friday that gets going. And then you've got the Fort Lauderdale Air Show next Saturday and Sunday over Fort Lauderdale Beach. So already a couple big things happening there.
Oh, can't do that one. The vertigo kicks in when I look up too long. I fall over like a weeble wobble.
Old man Pennington, everybody.
I can't look up too long. I do. I get this crazy vertigo.
Yeah, really.
He pisses himself. It's awesome.
Better than shitting yourself. So half full.
Yeah, I had hit up Palm Beach last weekend. I got a cousin that hangs there, and so he's like, "Oh, let's go Palm Beach." I'm like, yeah, all right. And I couldn't believe how crowded it was last Friday. All the restaurants were packed, no masks and all that. And then I was kind of wondering, I'm like, it seemed a little late because I thought typically I don't hang out on Palm Beach very often. So
On the weekends, it goes late.
but I'm like, but this late in the year? And this late for a lot of people, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, maybe. It's Buchan, though, where you were. And
But every place, I went by about 5 or 6 different restaurants, everyone packed.
maybe people are just here and not leaving here because how free Florida is. So if you have a house up in, like, say, Michigan and you go back and forth, maybe you are going to forgo your summer in Michigan because you don't want to be on lockdown.
I was kind of wondering that. I think that is the case. I've heard of a couple specific incidences where people who are typically snowbirds and usually out of here by now are here because of things still being closed down. And I saw, if you're talking about New York City, the mayor just announced yesterday that they plan to finally fully reopen on July 1st.
Wow.
Oh, right before 4th of July.
Well, it's real big. If you go to New York City, that was so odd for me. I remember when I was there, I was at my place on 4th of July, and it was like Manhattan was like a ghost town. It was so crazy. I remember going out, and there's nobody. I'm like, where the hell is everybody? And like, a lot of people are out of town or the Hamptons or whatever the hell they're doing. So it was a weird feeling to be there. So yeah, 4th of July is big for New York.
The Hamptons remind me, every time I hear the Hamptons, I just picture old rich people having sex on the beach. The Hamptons, you know, like old rich,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe.
That's all I got, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's going to be the first time. They say 36% of their adult residents are now fully vaccinated, while more than half have gotten at least one dose. So it seems like they're really cranking it up there. In fact, they're ahead of Florida. Florida's at 28% right now, and the rest of the country's at 30%. So we kind of lag behind. So New York is ahead of the average for the country, and they're ahead of Florida.
I've never been to New York, and Denny's just reminded me, everyone, especially people who've never been to New York, you always think Manhattan and all the big buildings and all that stuff. And there's, I guess, some really peaceful, beautiful, woodsy areas out there. I've never been.
Yeah, more like when you go upstate and north of Manhattan. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it is. New York's a big state.
Yeah.
What's the poor part of, is Queens poor?
It's not as fancy as Manhattan, but it's still, I mean, Queens is not cheap.
And things have
Okay.
changed. There were areas that may be run down. It's kind of the way New York does. Like one area, when I was there, the Alphabets were terrible. And
Not
they said-
anymore.
I know. They said, don't go to the Alphabets. And that's the point. It's changed. Like there were places in Brooklyn. They're like, don't go there. And then all the hipsters got in there.
Yes,
and
Brooklyn's now
refurbished it.
trendy.
So
Yeah.
the reason why I ask is when I went to New Jersey to see my brother, and I was going to go to the Big Apple. People were just telling me places not to go, like you're talking about, and I was,
It changes. You got to kind of know what's the
Yeah.
latest.
the Bronx. Is that? Am I gonna get
The Bronx does have some rough areas, and I don't know. I remember when I was there, they had said, "Hey, watch yourself in some areas of the Bronx." Even, around Yankee Stadium. Even there were some people who said, watch yourself around Yankee Stadium.
So, small town kid from Lake Park could possibly get his ass kicked in the Bronx.
But they moved Yankee Stadium now.
It was basically in the same vicinity. It was just across the street, so it's still kind of the same.
You're kind of wrong.
When I went to it recently, like the new Yankee Stadium, I was like, holy crap, because I went to the old one, and I remember it was kind of shit.
Yeah.
The new one, though, is fancy.
It is. It's nice, yeah.
They have good food. I think they were one of the first places that was serving sushi at baseball games.
One of Panda's friends works there, and so when we went, he brought us in the dugout of the new one. We got to hang out down there.
That's awesome.
I got to wear a World Series ring that this cat had.
That's cool.
He just worked in the office, but he still got the ring.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's what happens. They were talking about even guys that are in the bullpen. They're not even on the team. They're just to catch the pitchers. If they win the World Series, they get a bonus too.
Yeah.
Wow.
My cousin, I think, worked security. He was head of security when the Diamondbacks won the World Series, and he got a ring. I'm like,
that's cool though. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
That's how you build a good environment with your
everyone
company.
if you're employed by them, by
You're
that team.
invested.
That's what I love that.
Everybody gets you get a ring. You get a ring. They just throw them off people's heads.
And
Bing.
most people I sold them because probably get some good money for them.
Well, if you're in a pinch,
Look, do what you got to do.
you do what you got to do.
Absolutely. All right, let's see here. We got one other quick thing that I want to mention for Suits as far as getting back to normal. They did say that cruising could resume from U.S. ports in mid-July if passengers are vaccinated. So that would be, I'm just kind of curious as I watch to see what happens in the vaccination world. Like last night for the NFL draft, everybody that was there that was underneath the overhang and watching what was going on, they were all vaccinated. And I'm just kind of curious, as we move forward, how many things are you going to find that you will not be allowed to attend or be a part of if you don't have your vaccine?
I think it's going to happen. And I'm just going on my gut, but I have a feeling eventually, if you don't, and I'm talking about for me and you, Kev, if we don't get vaccinated, someone may ask, are you guys going to get vaccinated if you're doing events? That may happen.
Sure, yeah.
I got to get my stuff laminated because...
getting worn down.
Yeah, it's in my wallet. I'm afraid that I might damage it. I want to get it laminated. I want to make a copy of it.
I think it's Staples and Office Depot's doing it for free for people.
Can you put laminated on that list of words that Virginia just fucking...
Yeah.
I think everybody loves me but you.
There was one thing that turned into a story that I saw last night, just real quick, as I was watching the draft. And I like this band. They're good. Kings of Leon. They
got some heat.
Well, I was kind of wondering because I'm watching and I'm particularly watching because, one, I was really looking forward to the draft, but also this is past my bedtime. I normally at 7:45, I try to have the lights off and I'm trying to go to bed. Didn't start till 8, the draft. And so I'm really kind of watching the clock because I really want to see what was going on with my boy Justin Fields, see if he's going to the 49ers or down further. So I'm going against time. And I'm like, and Kings of Leon's performing and it's past 8. I'm like, are we going to get to the pick or what? I'm like, I like Kings of Leon, but I mean, come on now. And apparently they were getting all kinds of hate because they extended the first pick by 20 minutes.
That's a long time.
It is a long time. And especially for me, I'm like, guys, come on. Why the hell do they have Kings of Leon playing? Like, I'm here to watch football draft. I like Kings of Leon. And people are even saying, like, somebody's like, yeah, I love Kings of Leon, but I have no interest in them playing prior to the NFL draft. And I felt exactly the same way. And then other people just started piling on saying, oh my gosh, I mean, they were playing Use Somebody was the one that came out. That song came out in 2008. People were like, this is outdated. These guys are has-beens.
Oh, man.
Why do we got an old has-been band up on stage? And so they got a whole bunch because people were pissed off. And imagine all these NFL fans, sports fans, especially Jets fans, I'm sure.
Give people what they want.
Yeah.
If they come to you for the NFL draft and you tell them it starts at 8,
Yeah.
it started at 8. You don't give them some washed-up band for 20 minutes.
Well, and all the picks are on a clock. So the time
clock is important.
They're counting down. So 8 p.m., everyone is clearly there to see, okay, it's the number one pick. Jacksonville, what's going to happen? So at 8:20, you're like, I mean, come on, guys.
Come on, Goodell.
Right.
You blew it. You know, you tried to get cute. You tried to do something crafty, but people want the picks at 8 o'clock.
Be punctual.
Be punctual and stop cross-marketing and giving people something they didn't even ask for.
Right. I'm here for a draft. I'm not here to watch Kings of Leon. All right. Got a whole bunch of emails. Some fun stuff to get to here today. Talking a little bit earlier about, hey, man, I might be able to go naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
saying,
very sexy 6 o'clock hour.
Well, it's just kind of talking about, they're saying people, as you get into your 40s, you're more comfortable in your own skin. At like 46, you just don't give a crap about what anybody thinks about you anymore. You're like, I'm over it. And then I was just talking about how, I like going outside, stripping off the drawers, having that sun just bathe over your body. Man, it feels good. It's not anything sexual. It's just like, man, I could see how these nudists do it. I don't want to see other people naked. I really don't want people to see me naked. But, man, there's something great about being naked in the sun.
I kind of want to paint a house outside naked. Just kind of do things, do activities.
Yeah.
Just get the whole thing in you.
I was kind of getting it. So we got this email here. Teresa had sent, you can go to Blind Creek in Port St. Lucie on Hutchinson Island. If you go to the north end, different parking lot just north of Blind Creek, there aren't as many people. Most of the time, you'll have the beach to yourself or maybe a few couples. And then Cesar sent us this, that there is coming up on Sunday, July 11th, an annual world record skinny dip at Blind Creek Beach in Fort Pierce that you can go. Kev, you and the bird should dip your toes into the nudist world by attending this event.
I'm going to do more than my toes. Let's dip our balls.
Ball dipping.
Yeah.
Ball dipping.
So you got two options. You got either Blind Creek Beach if you're north, or if you want to go south, you got Hallover Park down south.
You need to have Gibby Darlington do that song called Ball Dipping.
Ball dipping.
And it's a song all about two country guys going on a little man vacation and dipping their balls in the water.
We're going to do some
Ball dipping.
Ball dipping. I love it.
How's Gibby Darlington been?
He's been all right.
Yeah.
He's been okay. He's coming back one of these days.
Okay.
Okay. I got an email here about my map that we had posted up. I had those running Google Maps, something I discovered about a year ago, that you can go in there and start dropping pins. So I started anything that my family and I might want to attend, because the thing I've noticed is there's part of us where we like to be spontaneous and fly by the seat of our pants, and I never know minute from minute where we're going to be. So I discovered with the maps, we may wind up someplace I wasn't intending, but then all of a sudden they're like, well, what do we do? Otherwise, if I wasn't prepared, I'd be like going, I don't know, like we're way off schedule. I have no clue what's going on.
He prepares for the unexpected.
I do. That's kind of my motto in life. This show's trained me to do that.
You'd be great at Big Brother.
You have prep on where to go.
On life. I'm always prepared for anything. And just kind of like the other day, my son's like, hey, I want to go meet my friends at this park in Boca to play basketball. And I'm like, I don't even know this area very well. And because I'd have my little Boca map, I'm like, oh, like this place is here. I can go get some tequila there, blah, blah, blah. So I had a couple options right in the neighborhood because I was all ready. And that's Boca, which, I spent a good bit of time in Boca. I got kids that live there.
You're a Boca bitch.
Yeah. Kind of am. And so I had this. I posted it up in case anybody wanted to look at it and use it. David had some comments. He said, your list, at least for the Treasure Coast, isn't very good.
Oh.
Damn, Ralston got called out.
You have a bunch of generic chain restaurants on there, and there are other places that I know you've been to because you have said you would like to visit them. I'm calling this list weak, and most of it is probably not personally picked like it should have been.
Damn.
Wow.
You corporate fuck.
Oh, my gosh. That's just harsh stuff. Yeah, it's not like a best of list that I put together. It's not like Kev's 10 picks for the Treasure Coast. I've gone on there, and anything that looked like something I might stop by, like I put an Outback Steakhouse on there because if, let's say, for instance, I wind up in a part where I wouldn't expect to be, and my wife's like, hey, where can, we go get a drink? I'd be like, oh, there's an Outback Steakhouse within a half mile from us.
Is that son of a biscuit talking shit about Outback Steakhouse?
No, well, that would be a place he is, because I would probably have an Outback Steakhouse on there. And like I said, too, with any of these lists, they're all incomplete. So if something's not on there that should be, because I admittedly don't spend a ton of time on the Treasure Coast. So let me know what I need to add to the map.
It don't feel right talking shit about Outback. I fucking love Outback.
That's kind of what he's doing. Yeah, he's kind of talking shit about Outback,
Dog,
saying don't put that on your list. I'm like, well, I'm letting you know how functionally I use the list.
Dog, they give you awesome free bread.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's my list. You guys can look at it. So David, go fuck yourself.
Dickie Rants, everybody. Glad to see him.
And Dickie Rants is a Boca bitch. What, Dickie Rants don't know everything about the Treasure Coast?
Yeah. That's why I need a little bit of help. So go on there if there's a place that's missing on the Treasure Coast. Let me know and I'll add it.
Don't feel bad. I got such a scathing email from somebody who went and tried a pizza place I recommended. Just by us talking on the air. I didn't even say go to get it.
Yeah.
They went there and tried it. And you would have thought I tried to fuck their mother. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, their mother is hot. Do you have Hop Life on your Port St. Lucie list?
Hop Life? Yes, I do. Of
Okay,
course.
good,
Of course,
yeah.
yeah. Hop Life is there.
I've still got their keg in the back of my car. I've got to
Okay.
go return to them. So if everybody wants to meet me at Hop Life.
Yeah. And there might be some places on there that kind of suck too. As I was going through, I'm like, well, it looks like that might be good. And I looked at the photos and the menu and stuff like that. I'm like, I'll add that. That could be all right. So, yeah, so like I said, if there's anything that's missing, but yeah, Hop Life's on there. Try to get all the breweries. If you go for the Treasure Coast, I've got everything from the TC Wine and Ale Trail that's on there. So you'll be able to find that.
Kevin, really? Really, Kevin?
Yeah, chain restaurant. Yeah. This is weak.
I love
And don't use it.
I love when Kevin gets dicky.
Well, I just told you. Don't tell me how to do my damn list. I'm just staring at people like, I want to see your list.
Damn, this is the Kevin Ralston.
Yeah, I
damn
let
it.
people see my list and they give me shit about my list. It's my fucking list.
Hey, let me see your list. Fuck you, Kevin.
Yeah, it's my list. If you don't like it, don't look at it, bitch.
Some people just ask for the list so they can yell at you about your shitty list.
You're right.
They just want to yell.
Matt D., formerly of Fort Pierce, now in the Pizzle, said, Virginia, whatever happened to you and the bird tagging along with Panda to the Pizzle? I remember some big talk at the beginning of this month. We'd love to have you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are going to come up there because Panda has a gig pretty soon.
You wrote down the date. I believe it's the 24th of May.
I did write it down. Let's see.
I might have dreamt it.
24th of May is a Monday.
Fuck.
Panda's out of town that week.
Never mind. Yeah,
Definitely not the 24th of May. What's the next thing they're doing at Tradition? Let me go look on their calendar because he was out there for their egg hunt. And
I mean, we can always just go out there to go out there, too.
I know he's going to be there for the 4th of July for sure because they're doing a big thing for the 4th of July.
But, dog, that's 2 months away.
All right, I'll look.
The Pizzle needs that drizzle now.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time you guys get up there, they're going to have, in fact, if anybody's up there, keep an eye on, down in Delray. I want to see what's going on with that Tiger Woods place. I know they've got that Pop Stroke in Port St. Lucie that people have been talking so much great stuff about that they're putting one in Delray.
I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about that place.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think the one in Delray is opening up in the fall is what they're talking about. So we shall see. This is kind of fun. Corey had sent this in. He said, I was listening to your Monday episode. I thought it was funny that Jaber was talking about getting a letter in the mail at his house from a listener because Virginia gave out his address on Instagram. I live in Joplin, Missouri, and just from Jaybird's accidental dropped hints and the video with his house number, I was able to find him on Google Maps. You're right, Jaybird. Easiest man to murder, LOL. P.S. Go fuck yourself.
Hopefully you won't drive from Joplin. It's a big job to come drive all that way to murder.
Joplin from Joplin. Yeah, no, I think people know where I live. Whatever, I don't care. Just be cool. Don't really try to kill me, and we'll be great.
Yeah, I think everybody knows where we all live.
Yeah,
so.
all of us, in fact, it's not hard to figure out where people live.
Yeah, I go by my real name. I haven't tried to disguise anything. You can just Google me and look me up and pop by it.
I've had people show up randomly at my places that I've lived.
Have you?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That are listeners. Mm-hmm. Back when I was living in Sandalwood, I would have people knock on my door. I mean, a lot of times nice. They bring food over.
Oh, that is
They'd see me
lovely.
walking chewy. It was very nice. Mm-hmm. Very blessed.
Got this email here from Curtis said, I love Virginia's response to when Jaybird and Denny's were accused of threatening the idiot who parked in the middle of your bit when you guys were throwing the tortillas the other day for World Record Wednesday. I loved how Virginia was outraged at the accusation that they could have possibly been threatening this woman, and then she responded by threatening her for 5 minutes. Virginia for president.
I wasn't being threatening then, but I think I'm going to pick it up.
But we weren't threatening in the beginning. We were after the fact. Well, I made a fucking TikTok video.
I was confused in the moment. I didn't understand why this hooker was whipping around the corner so fast.
I mean,
then parking on our tortilla.
She almost killed our sweet Virginia. She almost hit.
She came zipping in there.
Our beautiful witch.
I felt threatened, Kevin, and triggered. And so I, too, would like to file a formal complaint.
I felt triggered when I walked into the grocery store and I saw donuts.
I can never look at a tortilla again because of what she did.
Mm-hmm. Got this email here talking about trauma. There's something to this. Melissa said, Dear Kevin, the queen farted on your pillow and looked directly at you in an attempt to make you feel disgusted by her and therefore hopefully not have romantic desires towards her so that she will not have to fend you off or feel some kind of guilt for not having sex with you. I used to do this move back when my husband was an overweight, angry alcoholic. All is good now, though. He quit drinking, lost weight, and is a sweetheart. Hopefully, like the shower situation, things will change and she will evolve into having that loving feeling again. Maybe it's hormones and her libido shut off. Best of luck.
Her butt didn't shut off.
Yeah, no. My wife she loves to fart, and I don't think that it's anything that like she is doing intentionally. I think when she feels a fart, she's very excited for it to come out.
She's a person that gets butterflies in her stomach when she is got the bubble guts.
I've never met anyone in my life, and look, I love farts. Farts are funny. But I've never met anyone ever on planet Earth that loves farts or has as bad of gas as what she does.
My oldest sister,
it's unbelievable.
My oldest sister Tina loves fart. Just thinks they're the funniest thing. My first hour in Oregon when I got there, she showed me all of the Alexa or the Alexa, yeah. Alexa, tell fart jokes. For an hour, Alexa was telling us fart jokes, and she's laughing the whole time. She just loves them. Some people really are drawn to farts.
Yeah. My wife takes a lot of pride in that. I think the worse smelling they are, the more pride she takes in it. I almost think she wants them ranked.
They're ranked.
On how ranked they are. She really
Rank
does.
the rank.
She wants to know. And, right now, she really is tortured. She doesn't have her sense of smell. And I think the only reason it truly bothers her is she wants to be able to smell her own farts and know how bad they are.
Damn.
I really think that's the number one reason why she's bummed that she doesn't have a sense of smell.
She can't enjoy her superpower.
Yeah.
As her husband,
It's amazing.
How does that make you feel as her husband?
Disgusted.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite the saga.
It is.
What a story.
It is. It is baffling. It's And look, like I said, I like farts and I find them funny. And I'm not a prude when it comes to farts, but I guess with anything, enough's enough.
I could tell.
You know what I'm saying?
I could tell Ralston was really having a tough time with it because he took to social media and he put that on all of the platforms.
I just couldn't believe
I saw
it.
that fart story on everything.
Well, I couldn't believe, first of all, that she sat on my pillow because it was there. I'm making the bed and. She comes over and sits down, and I look because there was immediately some concern that she would fart on my pillow, and I'm like, no,
she wouldn't do that.
And then, and I'm like, did you just fart on my pillow? She's like, I don't know, did I? I'm like,
I don't know, did I?
Oh,
I couldn't believe it. I just, I felt so violated.
Well, yeah,
I felt like a crime victim.
Thank you.
I couldn't believe
for
it.
telling your story, though.
It was. It's like I need a rehabilitation kind of thing.
I kind of feel like it's part power play.
It is. Well,
yeah,
whoever.
She played it off like it was incidental. Like it wasn't intentional, and I don't know. May or may not have been. And she does. I mean, she farts so much. I just don't even think she pays too much attention anymore.
When you originally told this story, did you say that she locked eyes and did not break eye contact? I thought that was in there.
I kind of, yeah. I mean, she was looking at me, and that's why I looked at her, and I'm like, I kind of dialed in more with my beady eyes, and I'm like, did you just fart on my pillow?
The eye contact shows that it's premeditated and it's a power move. That's what makes me nervous about.
Never, ever have I faced an adversary like your wife.
It's unreal.
I mean,
I know I can't win.
She will look at you as she's beating your ass.
I don't even see the queen that often, and I have two Wikipedia stories of her farts that changed me.
Yeah.
Elevator, and then the road down to Fort Lauderdale.
And you know what? She laughs so hard at both those stories, and they bring her so much joy when she hears about you and Denny's trapped in that hot elevator with her disgusting fart.
Play her this audio of me.
She'll love it. She'd love to hear it.
I look like
It brings her such joy. It does.
Remind her of the time that I was standing behind her on the escalator. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. She likes that one too. She loves that story. She was so excited because she blew up the bathroom at work yesterday, and her coworker didn't know it was her and came in and was like, I can't even walk in that bathroom. It's so terrible. And
she liked it.
Well, and the queen, that's part of her thing, is she plays like she doesn't know. She's like, wow, really? She's like, I don't know. Maybe go to the men's room.
Almost like a serial killer looking upon the scene.
There's a sadistic nature to how she does all this thing. It's very intricate, and she gets joy out of it. There is a psychosis that goes into this.
They said the son of Sam, the murderer back in the day, he would go back to the crime scene and watch the police investigate.
Yes. She has the same tendencies, except it's not murder, it's flatulence and just terrible body odors.
And she sits back like she didn't know what happened. She
and gets such thrill out of it.
Wow.
It's the same type of psychosis, though, except hers is farts, not murder.
You hear something like that, Sinicki,
it makes me want to stop talking shit about her. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm worried
there's
for
a
Kevin.
definite fear. I hope she doesn't ever get the taste of murder, because
if she translates those skill set to killing,
there'd be no stopping.
We're done.
I hear you. Because she's already got whatever that mindset is.
She's got a certain set of skills.
Schadenfreude, I believe, is it's a German word, and it's you take pleasure in the pain of your adversary.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think that she's got
a certain set of skills.
Oh, she definitely has a certain set
Instead
of
of taking, farting. Yeah, I feel bad for you, man. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Still getting some interesting stories here. I'm building up on some of the emails, and I think that we will probably do something with this. If nothing else, they're great stories to read, and this is one that has kind of got me intrigued that we might have to get Ashley here on the show. Kevin was talking something about having to do with secrets, and I've got one. My grandpa, who's now passed away, drove Lee Harvey Oswald to Dallas from Grand Prairie the morning of the assassination of JFK.
Whoa.
My dad always told me not to say anything, but I feel like enough time has passed. My grandpa's no longer alive, so I can just say it now. Lee and my grandpa Tommy used to work in Dallas together, so they would take turns driving each other to the job sites that they were stationed at in Dallas. My dad used to call Lee Harvey Oswald Uncle Lee. I think talking to Ashley is that's one that definitely gets me. Because if I remember it, I think I watched a breakdown on the Lee Harvey Oswald thing, and I think I remember them even referencing that somebody had driven him.
Wow.
To Dallas that day. So,
what was that car ride like?
I don't know. So I think we'll have to get Ashley on. Probably I'll have her on if she's free, and I know she's in the chat room. So maybe on Monday we'll have Ashley on. So that way I don't have to worry about time, and we can just chill and dig into this.
What a story.
Hopefully she talked to Grandpa about it before he died, so he's given her details.
I would assume Ashley's got some stuff, so we'll try to get you on the after the show on Monday. I think that'd be fascinating stuff. She said she's free on Monday, so we'll have her on Monday. Cool. All right. Well, there you go. That's it, baby.
It's over?
It's over, my man.
It's only just beginning because
right.
It's the weekend, bitches.
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
You better put on your big girl pants.
Yeah.
Shit.
She's coming in hard.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right, so Monday, me and Virginia are going to either be smiling with each other or I'm like, fuck.
I can't wait. I'm hoping
fuck this witch.
I'm hoping the queen's got a little wild hair in her. Well, maybe I'll bring her by to fart on Saturday. If she's up, I'm out there.
Tell her to come on out.
Yeah, that's a heck of a bill right there.
They like to roll out the red carpet for us at the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
I think she'd be in to lay down a bet, watch the race, and we probably bounce. But
I love it.
I just want to come out and see the spectacle.
Okay.
So, starts at 3 tomorrow at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. Go out there for the Kentucky Derby party. Hopefully the whole crew are going to be out there. You guys have an amazing weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.